All right, the toe is in the football as we kick off another great hour here on the Steve Gruber Show. Glad to have you along for the competition and the fun. Remember, trigger warning, the Steve Gruber Show often results in extended periods of American pride, optimism, and uncontrollable enthusiasm in this country's future. Live in all 50 states and around the world, it is a dirty job, but I haven't found Mark Rose, so we'll do it ourselves today. Here are three big things you need to know this hour. Number one, the investigation of the death of one of the key witnesses in Jeffrey Epstein's demise has died. They claim it was suicide. Nobody buys that. Nobody. Number two, the 100-day plan for the border has really paid off, with the illegals released into the country down from 184,000 in 2024 to just 9 this year. That's right, 9. And number three, 100 days. 100 days. What do you make of it? Seriously. Great? Good? Just okay? Needs improvement, maybe? I'm curious what you think about it. So I'm taking a poll today. Let me check my poll results here as we're looking at this. I am curious what the poll results are. Let's see here. I did a couple of polls here recently. First of all, do you approve of President Trump and the job he's doing 100 days into office? We got 9,600 votes there. 85% said yes. 11% said no. So far, we're just starting this poll. The first 100 days of real Donald Trump, what do you think? Good, great, okay, needs improvement. Good, 21%. Great, 74%, and then the rest. A lot of comments. Let me see. I asked people what they thought. Almost everything has been great. However, accountability for Russiagate, J6 abuse, Benghazi, and a dozen other abuses still needed. The previous 4 years was a real-world horror show for woke practices. The damage to this constitutional republic finally became overwhelmingly obvious after decades of subversion. Common sense, he's fighting for compromise and voted for this. Cleaning up this messy government. One comment after another. You should be in there. Get on board and vote. Get on board and vote. That's right. All right, so here's Stephen Miller destroying a reporter. This was yesterday, about this time yesterday. A reporter about illegal aliens. Kind of smug, as oftentimes these reporters are. Stephen Miller delivering a master class on how to crush smug. Here it is.
Is it the best use of the administration's resources to be going after moms of young kids, basically?
Do you yourself have an opinion on the subject?
I'm more interested in yours.
Well, what percentage of the, let's just pick an even number of, say, 10 million illegal aliens. Let's say that Biden released, I think it's closer to 20 million. Let's say he released 10 million illegal aliens into the country over the last 4 years. What percentage do you think we should let stay here of those 10 million?
I'm not trying to do a game show.
No, but I'm saying, no, but...
If you think that's the best use of...
Well, hold on, but
dollars.
is it your view that if a Democrat president releases 10, 15, 20 million illegals into the country, that they all then should get to stay forever and for all of life?
Stephen, I don't have a view about what Democratic presidents do. I'm asking what the Republican president
Yeah,
for
so,
and how
okay, so you don't want to answer the question because you know the answer is obvious. Everyone that Biden let in has to go home. Of course. I mean, it's a crazy thing to even ask. You think we should give administrative amnesty to some subset of the illegals that Biden... Here's how we're prioritizing it. ICE is going to continue to focus on raids against high-threat criminal aliens. We're going to use the entire force and power of the federal government to get them all home. Many will choose also to leave voluntarily and take advantage of the CBP Home app. But we are not going to ask taxpayers to subsidize the presence of a single illegal alien in this country.
Yeah. Just destroying these people. By the way, where are we on day 100? Well, the impeachment papers are being filed. It was predictable. It was just a matter of time. Impeachment papers and articles of impeachment would be filed against Donald Trump. Sri Thanedar of Michigan is the guy who did it yesterday, laying out his 7 articles of impeachment against Donald Trump. Sri Thanedar. Here he is.
This is Congressman Sri Thanedar. Donald Trump has already done real damage to our democracy, but defying a unanimous 9-0 Supreme Court ruling, that has to be the final straw. It's time we impeach Donald J. Trump. The court said the wrongfully deported Kilmer Garcia must be allowed to return and receive due process. Trump ignored it. He ignored the Constitution. He ignored the very checks and balances that keep our democracy intact. This isn't an isolated incident. It's part of a dangerous, deliberate pattern. That's why today I introduced a resolution to impeach Donald J. Trump.
I think Donald J. Trump should be impeached. I think Donald J. Trump, that's what I think. Oh, Sri ran for governor in Michigan a few years ago. He was a lousy candidate. I have no idea how that clown got elected to Congress. What a twitbag. Anyhow. But on the left, there's a lot of rebellion against Trump, as you well know, including Sri Tanadar, making Michigan proud today. Here's a college graduate saying she will never pay her student loans, ever. Donald Trump, here she is.
Just for the record, we will all file bankruptcy, and we will all go back to school. You're not getting a dime from us. What? I have 3 degrees. I'll go get another one. I'm a black woman. Black women are the most educated populace on this planet. We go to bed, wake up, and decide, okay, we're bored. Let's go get another degree. Are you kidding me? I will take 2 to 3 credits per semester, per year, until the next administration gets here and figures this all out. You're not getting a dime from me, Donald Trump. Because see what you don't understand? While you are trying to crush the middle class and destroy the lower class.
Enough of that nonsense. Look, these people don't want to, people in here, I'll just keep getting, more and more degrees and sending the bill to my neighbors. Well, that's cool. How lovely of you. Meanwhile, morbidly obese Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker calling for warfare on anyone who doesn't agree with the left. How lovely. How inviting. Here he is.
In the times upon which history turns. Never before in my life have I called for mass protests, for mobilization, for disruption. But I am now. These Republicans cannot know a moment of peace. They have to understand that we will fight their cruelty with every megaphone and microphone that we have. We must castigate them on the soapbox and then punish them at the ballot box. They must feel in their bones that when we survive this shameful episode of American history with our democracy intact, because we have no alternative but to do just that, that we will relegate their portraits to the museum halls reserved for tyrants and traitors.
Yeah. We'll take a break and be back. Tyrants and traitors, and there he is. What a mess. All right. It's the Steve Gruber Show. We'll be right back.